We begin in Canberra, where the Greens are vowing to make rights for renters the main sticking point for supporting future government legislation on housing after backing down on a demand for rent caps in exchange for passing Labor's Housing Australia Future Fund. Let's bring in our Sky News political reporter Joel Philp. Joel, it sounds like legislation for that fund is now on track to pass the Senate before question time tomorrow.
Yeah, it is, Ash. Look, the Senate will sit late into the night tonight to get all the formalities completed before the bill is expected to pass the Senate tomorrow. So obviously that's a big win for the government. But the threat of that double-dissolution election trigger, which was looming over politics for some time, was not apparently the primary reason for this being pushed through quickly from the Greens' perspective. They say that the government wanted to get a deal done on this front. Now, the party has vowed to continue fighting for as long as it takes to focus on renters' rights, potentially into the years ahead, saying that renters are now contacting them, calling them up and saying they were never supporting the Greens before, but are now looking for them as a potential political party to support because of this focus. So the next big bill is, of course, this help to buy equity scheme that the government has flagged for some time. It's due to come into play in 2024 and involves the government buying 30 to 40% of 40,000 homes for Australians. So that means that those people need only to have a 2% or so deposit to get into the housing market. The Greens want to weave rental rights into this debate. Also, beyond those rental caps they've spoken about, they want to have considered longer leases negotiated, minimum standards sufficient to cope with climate change, and a national rent commissioner. Here's the Greens leader, Adam Ban, on these issues.
We'll see the legislation when it comes in. All the options are on the table for us at the moment because we are going to escalate our fight for rent freeze and caps because something needs to be done to address the rental crisis.
The party is emboldened by its strategy of putting pressure on the government. It seems managed to squeeze out of Labor $3 billion on social housing to pass a $10 billion investment fund. Quite an impressive ratio there. But obviously, the construction industry, while welcoming this extra $3 billion, says that the conversations that are being had over renters' rights are risky.
The $3 billion is welcome, but we would urge extreme caution to the Greens about talking about rental controls. There is a really simple solution to resolving the rental crisis in this country, and that is more supply of homes.
And at Labor's caucus meeting today, the Prime Minister took the opportunity to point out that from September 20 onwards, more than 1 million Australians who receive Commonwealth rent assistance will get a 15% increase to that assistance. So this is a big topic at the moment in Parliament, Ash.
Joel Philp, thank you.